Divination. If you don't know me, my name is Titus Glenn. I'm bona fide church born and raised in church. All my life, all my life, I was a kid that loved going to church, loved being in the presence of God. Then life happened. And so, on my journey of deconstruction, I have found out some pretty interesting things. And let me just say, I want to have this conversation because I was doing some tarot live today with, I'm doing tarot live on TikTok. And if you are wanting a personal reading yourself, you can click the link in the bio. But I was doing some tarot on TikTok, and long story short, somebody came in my live was like, stop all that divination. And they's like, give it to Jesus. And I found out, and I know to be true for myself, that a lot of people in church were not given an opportunity to think clearly. Or neither did they ever give the opportunity, were they given the opportunity to research and study words. Neither were they given the opportunity to study words. And what I have discovered is that divination is nothing more than tapping into the unseen realm. Touch your neighbor and say the unseen realm, the divine. That's what people call God, the divine, the spirit realm. So when we talk about divination, we have to be careful to make sure that we're educated about the word. But that takes some people to the idea that the God of the Bible is the only true God and the only thing that counts is what's in the Bible. But the Bible in itself doesn't even break down the principles and the things that we have available to us now. And then the Bible in itself has divination things in there. Like if you look at the Old Testament, the Urim and the Thummim, I think that's the name of it. Like the priests would use this to get answers from God. So when we talk about divination, we're not talking about anything evil or demonic. Divination is anything used to put you in a space to talk to God or to talk to creative source in the unseen world. Or tap into that energy, to that spirit, to God. So for example, prayer is divination. Come on, somebody. Touch your neighbor and say prayer is divination. Because you're praying to God who you cannot see. You're praying to God who you cannot see. With the intention in mind. You hear me? What else is divination in church? Worship leading is divination. I think I might even put a post out about this because I feel like praise and worship leaders make the best witches. OMG. Sorry, y'all. I just dropped some cards. Praise and worship leaders make the best witches because they know how to read the room. A good praise and worship leader knows how to read the room. They discern what songs to sing. And anybody with that ability to walk into a room and sing a song and it shift, that's some type of witchery and witchcraft. But the word and idea of witch has been so demonized. It's been so demonized that we think that because it doesn't say Jesus or we don't use the name God, that anything outside of that is demonic. And that's not true. The word witch in itself is anybody that knows how to manipulate energy. So your worship leader at your church, when they sing and they open up their mouth and it seems like every time you throw them the mic, like the whole church go up, they a witch. One who knows how to manipulate energy. One who knows how to decipher and set an intention so that everybody's on one accord. You see? What else? Who else is a witch? A prophet is a witch. A prophet and a psychic, they're the same thing. They know how to see. They know how to get into a space of talking to God in the unforeseen world. On the other side. Again, this is all going into divination. When you talk to somebody who tells you not to do tarot or tell you not to do numerology, and all they got is, well, that's divination. Can you define divination? And most people don't even know what the divination is. So again, go look it up. Divination. Divination is the ability to tap into the unforeseen world. And what I love about tarot is not only tapping into the unforeseen world, it's a tool for consciousness. And when we're using tarot, we're tapping into our intuition, tapping into the energy that the other person is bringing in, and the cards are just reflecting what's in that person's energy. And psychologically, we're able to read and discuss what's coming up. So yeah, fam, this is what this is. When we are transitioning, for those that are transitioning out of church and transitioning away from traditional ways of being, understand that it takes a level of unlearning so that you can know that everything that was given to us by way of church is not the end all be all. And the same thing that they did in church, they just call it certain things in other spaces. Okay? So welcome here. With that in mind, I'm open to do a few gifted readings for those that are open, so you can see that this is not witchcraft. All you have to do is make a comment, let me know, and we can tap into the spirit, right? And see what's coming up. Because there's only one God, and we're all connected. And how we tap into God is something totally different. And the same way the prophet can have bad intentions, then there could be other people that have bad intentions, but it's the same thing. So here we go. I'm gonna do a collective read for those that might see this later. This is for you. You might need to hear something. So Spirit, show me what we need to say right now for those that might need to hear whatever they need to hear. So this is what we coming up with, fam. This is what's reading. This seven of wands. The seven of wands in itself speaks to you becoming a master. It could also represent a time for you to meditate. Meditate because of conflict or unresolved issues. Maybe even conflict within yourself with the seven of wands. And I'm just doing some research here. So a challenge, grounding, protecting yourself, movement and growth. It's also about creative innovation, remaining ahead. Could be an opportunity to be vulnerable. So we have this seven of wands here, which I feel like with this page of cups, it's about a new energy. So maybe with this seven of wands and this seven of cups together, maybe you're working through the challenge of being somebody different, of showing up differently with this page of cups. And especially with this lover's card, it's giving, I want to fall in love with myself again. But you have to get rid of the Seven of Wands speaks. I feel like it speaks to you removing any ideas attached to the old person, what you used to do, so that you can embrace who you are becoming and fall in love with who you are becoming. Right? Giving yourself permission to be vulnerable so that you can experience something new. So you can be head over heels with the life that you want to create. Because this Ten of Swords at the bottom is giving you're ready. You're ready to look into your future in a different way. It's like you're standing at the horizon of something new, but will you walk through the challenge? Will you be vulnerable? Like, I think about vulnerability when it comes to stillness, getting quiet. And that takes a level of surrender. Are you willing to surrender to how life is showing up so that you can manifest your desired reality? So y'all let me know, for those that may come back and watch this later, how that lands for you. And I know this channel used to be gospel music, and I still listen to gospel music, but I also know now that that type of music is really for energetic purposes. All music is for energetic purposes because it's a tool. It's a tool to help you shift your energy, right? And that in itself is divination, because you can't see music, but you can feel music, right? Just like if you go to a concert, you can feel what they're saying. It's no different. For me, it's learning how to look at the vessel that's giving the message. Look at the vessel that's giving the message, not in a judgmental way, but in a resonance type of way. Is what they're saying resonating in your body that is calming, that is nurturing, that feels good? And if it doesn't feel good, you can always test it. At the end of the day, wherever you land, wherever you are in your walk, when you're tapping into prayer, it's all about making you better. If you're using tarot, it should be about making you better. If you're using numerology, it should be about making you better. If you're prophesying, it should be about inspiration and supporting somebody in their betterment. So that's what I wanted to share, fam. I just came on real quick just to share what was on my heart. So if you're in your space of deconstructing, know that you're not by yourself. And it's okay to ask those questions. Start to look up words. Start to look up words and what they mean. And don't just say things without educating yourself. Okay? So that's what I wanted to share. And we will talk to y'all later.